what's your thoughts on it?
We can't argue with the run up. Listen, people was talking to me about it yesterday. Like, did you catch it? I'm like, nope. I wish I would have. A good entry would have been like around 37, and if we drop back down to, it's crazy to say, even like 75.04, 94.27, it'd be a great entry. But like, if you look, the 1 month return is 314%. It's up 5,000% all time.
Yo, it's up 4,700% this year.
So
like 4,700%.
This is the number one question people are going to ask: Is it too late?
So let's understand.
For a large position, yes, but for a smaller one, no.
Well, it depends, and so like when they ask that question, I always ask, "Do you understand?" And so like for me to understand, I had to like let me dive into this. And so, all right, so let's figure out what it does. Number one, it is a long-term challenger to Ethereum. Right. And so Ethereum is a platform that other currencies are built on top of. Right. And so there's a couple of things that it has in its advantage. Number one is that it's transaction rates. And so this is crazy. This is crazy when I looked into it. You can do up to 50,000 transactions per second. 50,000. Right. I'm going to compare it to Bitcoin. And now you're going to really understand. Bitcoin, you can do 5 transactions per second. Ethereum, you can do 15 transactions per second. We're talking about 50,000. So what's caused the run up is the question, right? And NFTs. It's no question. Like undeniably, NFTs have caused it to run up because obviously, if the transaction speeds are a lot faster and it's 200% less the cost to actually move the money, this makes more sense than putting it on Ethereum. And so people are moving to Solana. Like it came out of nowhere. It's number 7 right now on CoinMarketCap.
Where can they buy it?
I'll tell you right now.
What was the entry price that you said earlier, Ian?
The one I would have wanted would have been like 36 to 37. 4804 is good, and then in a 79 area would be amazing.
So you can get it on Coinbase. It's on Binance. It's on FTX. So it's on Binance US.
It's on all the major.
KuCoin. Yeah. So it's on all the majors, and so that was cool, right? When I looked at the transaction speeds, I'm like, wow, that blows Bitcoin and Ethereum out the water. And so I wanted to translate it into what we know as the form of currency, right? So I looked at Visa. You know what Visa's transaction speed is?
What?
1,700 transactions per second.
This thing is doing this weekend.
This thing is doing 50,000 transactions per second. And so
is it too? I mean, all right, it's 160.
I don't know if it's too late.
$169 right now. Ryan Leslie famously said on episode 150 of Earn Your Leisure that he invested in Bitcoin when it was $148. And it's what it is now, 50,000, just short of 50, whatever. Everybody's always looking for the next Bitcoin. That's what this comes down to.
Yeah.
So they're looking at like, all right, it might have went up 5,000%, but it's still $169.
At the prices I called it solid, but it goes back to the biggest lesson of everything. Every episode that you guys have had here and on the main podcast, there aren't too many people that you talk to that invested for 1 year and they made all of their money there.
Yeah.
Real estate, crypto, NFT, stocks, 5-year minimum, 20-year. I've been saying it. Like, you guys want another answer. That's the answer. There's nothing else to say. I'm not going to play with y'all today. 5 years or 20. That's it. And because in 5 years, you're going to want the money anyway. So
what's the supply, Troy? Can you look that up?
Yeah, I got you.
Sorry to cut you off, Ian.
No, you good.
Yeah, no, you're right. But it's interesting to see this. What's the supply?
Circulating supply is 293 million. Total supply is 504 million.
Yeah, and then if people are holding it typically for 8 to 9 days, because you can go research how many days most people are holding it. Yeah. You can see when a pattern is about to start and when it'll run up. So if most people are holding it for 8 days, you probably can take profit at 6 or use Fibonacci retracement. And I'm gonna say this too: every trading strategy that I've given you guys works for. How are you guys not using the 72 and the 200 to get in on Ethereum and Bitcoin and Solana? The blueprint is there. Fibonacci retrace. Use it.
Yeah,
and you're good. But if they're holding for 8 days, get out at 6, and then when things take a tumble and they go in a cycle, you'll be able to take advantage of it.
What's the supply for Ethereum?
Supply for Ethereum is 100, and the circulating supply is 117.5 million, and it's the same for the total supply. So, yeah, I mean that's the formula, right? How do we? Yeah. That's the thing with being first right? Coin and competitors can say, all right, where are their disadvantages? All right, let's capitalize on their disadvantage. They have high gas fees. All right, let's make ours lower. They have slow transaction rates. All right, let's make ours faster. And so you have a coin here that's like, all right, we've executed on both. It just so happens that the NFT space has just blossomed, and so now you add those. It's like the perfect storm.
It's a use case for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys go research why NFTs are taking off so much for those who make money in crypto. We won't talk about it here, but if you understand why, you can understand why these are running up. And then, you know, same with Cardano, and Ada's had an incredible run. And that's why I always stress, okay, this is the homework I want to give you guys, because I've been giving you homework for a while. Take the top 10 movers of NASDAQ. Take the top 10 movers in crypto. Take the average of how long they take to go up 10,000%. That'll give you how many days you should be holding the asset. Like, a lot of people think trading is like a guessing game. It's all mathematical equations that you can go look. But if you go take here's the part that you guys don't want, the actual research and the reading and doing the work part. Go do the work. You can go look at every crypto and you can go read the white papers. They'll tell you how many days it'll take for them to build a base and when it'll take off and then when to leave. Go do the homework.
Yeah. And sometimes, like I said, you got to just keep digging for information. Like Solana was like out of nowhere, but there's plenty of information on it if you know the right places. Like we've given plenty of information of where to get it. Coin Market Cap, Crypto Pro, CoinDesk. There's so many forms of information. I know it's a lot. It's like, wait, how am I going to do crypto and how am I going to do stock?
If you want to be rich, you got to do it.
Oh.
If we're going to have honest conversation. Okay. Rashad, how many hours you sleep per day? Troy, how many you sleep per day?
Well, I'll let him answer first.
You know, not enough. I don't know, bro. Not enough, though. Not enough.
4 or 5?
Yeah.
I try to sleep 7 hours. I put my,
we can say business is up over the last year, right?
Just
okay.
Scalability
looks likely.
Looks very likely these days.
I'm going to be, if you got, this is what it takes. So if you guys I consider myself an intellectual athlete. Some of you want to get rich without the work. That does not, you can't say you love Mamba mentality, but then you put in Smush Parker effort here in investing. Smush don't come from me because I know you about it. You're my guy. But I'm just saying, if you have not finished Money Master the Game, Intelligent Investor, Market, you don't want to be rich. If you're not on the charts 4 to 8, that's another point my guy made. He's on the charts 8 hours a day. Talk to Trap. Trap, what you doing? In the charts or with his family?
Yeah.
There are some parallels you guys have to follow. You're looking at the glitz part. You want to sit on the Market Mondays part. You don't want the 2010 going through. I spent $9,000 on books last year. Y'all don't want that part though. You want 24s on a Porsche Cayenne Turbo. Y'all want Dodge Challenger SRT. The demon time is in the mastery of the skill. But for those of you that are serious about investing, and I'm gonna be real, Troy and Rashad passed a lot of y'all up who said y'all was good anyway because you didn't want to put in the work. Man, they only get doing 3 to 5 calls. The percentages they're up are stupid. Listen, I can take some companies public off the returns I got on futures. Just master the craft. And here's the great part. If we all master the craft, there's no competition. We're at some point we really gonna have this China conversation, but for Black Americans here.
And you know what's crazy is Mike Novogratz actually spoke about that when he was on the show months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you would have invested back then, it would be interesting to see what the rate of return was. But I know it wasn't anywhere close to the price that it is now.
Mm.
And he spoke about it, and some people was too concerned about his views on XRP to listen to anything that he said.
He's a billionaire. There's certain people when they talk. Here's my rule.
Hey, hold on. You gotta just let it pause after you said that.
Same with Cuban and NFTs.
He's a billionaire.
Then 19 came on to tell you to study, then y'all didn't study, right? Stop getting emotionally high off this experience like his church, but then go execute. Right.
That's I'm glad you said that, Ian, because it's like as a community, sometimes we have to just put our pride aside. Like, it was amazing to me after that episode came out. A lot of people liked it, but a lot of people had negative comments to say, and they like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And it's like, okay, he's worth what was it?
So he came on in mid-February.
Come on, but that was
when
that
he told about
baseline.
Solana, it was $13.
Yeah, it was $13 when he came on. It's 169 now. So long story short, he's a billion. Not only is he a billionaire, he's worth $7 billion. So he's a billionaire 7 times over. So obviously he knows something. So
you can't get to $1 billion by accident. And this is my number one rule of thumb. Whoever has more money than me, I shut up and listen. You in action. When these billionaires come on, what do? I ask questions, write hella notes.
And it's very rare to like you act like us bringing on billionaires is an everyday thing. Like we brought on Mark Cuban, we brought on Mike Novogratz. Like
we should get an Emmy for that.
It's not easy. It's not easy to have a billionaire come on your YouTube channel and just give free information. And people's like heckling in the comments.
Have some class. Like, and truth be told, this is sometimes why people may not want to come on as fast, especially if they're not our color. Like, he doesn't have to. He can go to Yahoo Finance for cheddar or sit up on CNBC, or he can go with Dave Portnoy and go like, and then he come on, hey, the analysis is good. And don't know that shit went to 28 when it was at 55. He told you he can't outright say buy it at 28.
Right.
But if he is a billionaire that said, no, the analysis is good. These are hedge fund up. That is code for buy zone. That's a buy zone. Like if we hooping, I'll say, yo, go cherry pick that. I'm gonna throw you this lob. You have to execute. I want us to stop. It's going to be 2022. 2 more years, going to be 2025. I don't want you watching this episode from day 5 or episode 5, and then in 5 years, you're not rich. If you have not made 200% watching the show, you have not executed.
Fact.
That's on you. That is all. I love y'all. Namaste.
Yeah.
More billionaires to come, by the way. It's called Stay Tuned.
It's called.
Oh, baby.
It's called just
listen,
getting
just
started.
run the whole domination plan down.
No, we can't do it yet. We still got next Monday. So every Monday we'll just drop another bond palm the hair top.
It's called.
If anybody know Auntie Oprah, tell Auntie Oprah come on too, please. I'm gonna put that out in the universe before she retires.
They call us the Big Show.
My graduates from my school being Forbes, bag drop.
Bag drop.
A mic drop, bag drop.
Bag drop.